I welcome you to this broadcast, and I want to begin a series titled Double. And as you listen, the Lord will shine the light of His will upon your heart, and it will cause you to assess the truth to be delivered on every side in Jesus' name. Double is the plan of God for man, and to be double is to be human and God. To be human and God. To be human outside to relate to the world, and to be God inside, which has to do with your spirit to connect heaven. If you check Genesis, God made man in His own image and after His likeness. Now to prove this process of creating man, He had to use the ground to mold man, that is the sound, the clay to mold man, and releases the breath into him by his nostril. And this is how spirit enter into the mortal called man. And this made that very first man He made double. The Spirit of God inside him and the human body within. And this man He created, He placed him in the Garden of Eden. He said, keep it and dress it. So He made man to be a resources for the earth. He made man to be what? A resource for the earth. So know it, every resources must be connected to its source to function right and function well. And from this, man is just not single but is double, because he has the Spirit of God inside him and to relate with God, and is a mortal man, a clay, to relate with the earth. So no flesh can connect God. No flesh can dominate the earth without what? The input of the Spirit. No flesh can dominate the earth or function on the earth without the input of the Spirit. Angels are spirit. Man is also a spirit. And likewise, God is a spirit. So, man came from God, not from angels, not from anywhere, or from God. So, dominionship on the earth is based on what? On double. Dominionship on the earth is based on double. And God wanted man to have dominion, so He gave him His Spirit. By the breath transfer through his nostril to be in his class. So God made the man He created to be in his class and to be in order to rule the earth. So through the breath of God that came into man via his nostril, put men in God's class as a divine plan to manifest the counsel of God on the earth. And for you and I to know this truth and to know what human can be without God was the advent that befell or that happened to Adam. Adam fell from what God placed him, where God placed him. And we were able to see what human being can be without God's Spirit. Without God's Spirit. And he lost his charge. He was nowhere to be found. He was hiding looking for a way to cover his track, looking for a way to cover his head, and he was afraid. So know it, the Spirit of God coming into man was to make him to stand, to be double, in order to have dominion. So it will take the input of the Spirit of God to manifest dominionship, and that dominionship cannot happen without being double. This is what God revealed in Genesis to every one of us. To every one of us. And God's Spirit plus human spirit inside a vessel is called the righteous, the just, the saved, or the believer. So know it, every believer is double. Every believer, child of God, you are double. You are not single, you are married to the Spirit of God. And that is the starting point where you can manifest dominionship. You have to be double to be able to express and fulfill the counsel of God. Only the righteous have right standing with God. Only the just can God hear and listen to. God, since the fall of Adam, was no longer reckoned to Adam, but he wanted Adam to become believer, just righteous again. So the coming together of God's Spirit and human spirit is what can change the order of things on the earth. It is that combination that can manifest dominionship. It is that combination that is called double. That is called double. And it also reveals marriage. And that's why marriage is important in the plan of God to rule the earth. Marriage is important in the plan of God to rule the earth. And one way God revealed this marriage is redemption. After the fall, God looked out, planned a way out to reconcile man back. And this reconciliation plan is called redemption. And redemption is a medium to reunite man's spirit and God's spirit to be in a single vessel. To be what? In a single vessel. Until man is married to God's Spirit, no right access to accept good and perfect things on the earth. Until man's spirit and God's Spirit is married and is in a vessel, there won't be any access to good and perfect things on the earth for him. So know it that it is important to be double if you want to have dominion on the earth. And this is the purpose of God for man. Let them have dominion on the earth. He said, let us create man in our own image after our likeness, that they may have dominion over everything on the earth. So for you to have your dominionship, to be in charge of the earth, it is important for you to be double. And this is the plan of God for every one of us on the earth. But you need to be a believer to make this happen in your life. God bless you. Till next time, speak the word, activating divine grace. God bless you.